Caitlin Clark and
I'm a fan.
Angel Reese, right?
Yeah.
They're going back and forth.
I'm a fan of both.
And Jamil Hill says by the time Angel Reese is done, she's going to be the Michael Jordan of WNBA.
She said about Angel Reese?
She said Angel Reese, by the time she retires, can you pull up this quote? She said, by the time she retires, she will be the MJ.
Welcome back to Basketball Strike. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, because this story is about to get intense. Stephen A. Smith just slammed the brakes on Angel Reese's ego train so hard, it's left smoke across the highway. And this wasn't your typical light-hearted TV back and forth. No, this was a full-scale takedown, one so sharp it had fans gripping their popcorn and holding their breath. Angel tried to anoint herself as the Michael Jordan of the WNBA, but Stephen A. responded in the only way he knows how, with precision, authority, and a heavy dose of righteous outrage. What unfolded wasn't a debate, it was a demolition. Social media practically froze mid-scroll as fans whispered in disbelief. She really said that? Just when everyone thought the league's drama had peaked on the court, Stephen A. dropped a verbal nuke on live television. He didn't mince words. It's not about black and white, he said. It's about that white player and that black player. Why? Because of the history they had before coming to the WNBA. He laid it out plain. This whole media-fueled rivalry started long before the pros. Stephen A. reminded everyone that it was Angel Reese who first taunted Caitlin Clark, mimicking her trademark gestures from the NCAA tournament. Reese's fiery antics after LSU's victory over Iowa became the moment that shaped everything that followed. If Angel had never gotten in Caitlin's face the way she did, we wouldn't even be here, Stephen A. declared. That's where it all began, the spark that ignited a rivalry too big to control. Then, fast forward to now, and the contrast couldn't be more jarring. Angel Reese, who once called herself the Michael Jordan of women's basketball, dropped a career-low 4 points in her sophomore WNBA season. 4. That's it. The self-proclaimed queen of the court barely made a ripple. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, despite being sidelined by injury, still had a bigger presence sitting on the bench than Angel did playing on the floor. Reese had every opportunity, the spotlight, the possession, the chance to silence critics, and still came up empty. Her performance wasn't just disappointing, it was symbolic. The player who once commanded headlines suddenly looked allergic to the basket. If you're waiting for her next blooper moment, go ahead and comment. Fire the baby giraffe below, because this story's just heating up. Stephen A. then broke down the reality of the so-called rivalry. First of all, he said, it's not a rivalry when you're losing by 35 points on opening night. Let's be clear, Indiana Fever is on a completely different level than Chicago. He didn't stop there. As much as we love Angel Reese because she is special, he continued, she's not Caitlin Clark as a player. Caitlin Clark is on another level entirely. We just have to own that. His tone was sharp, his message crystal clear. What Reese called competition, the rest of the world called delusion. Stephen A. didn't hold back one bit. He pointed out what most fans had already noticed. This wasn't dominance, it was denial. Angel Reese looked less like the next MJ, and more like a player lost on the way to the rim. 4 points don't scream greatness, they scream overhype. While Angel struggled to make an impact, Caitlin Clark, wrapped in ice packs on the sideline, still managed to command the headlines. Fans had tuned in expecting fireworks when Indiana faced Chicago, but what they got was a blowout. The Fever crushed the Sky 93-58, with Caitlin posting a triple-double before sitting down. But the real headline after the game wasn't the score, it was the WNBA launching an investigation into alleged hateful comments aimed at Angel Reese. The incident happened after a tense moment when Caitlin Clark swiped at the ball as Angel grabbed an offensive rebound. Sure, Angel pulled down 12 boards, but as Stephen A. quipped, you can't rebound your way into greatness. Boards are valuable, but basketball is about scoring, not stockpiling missed shots. Reese's stat line shouted hustle, but it whispered inefficiency. She was out there collecting rebounds like they were luxury handbags, nice to look at, but useless when it comes to winning. Stephen A. didn't stop the roasting there. Angel Reese, part 38, let's get her. He joked. Life throws her lemons, and she makes bricks. Bang. He added, PSA for anyone watching, she's right-handed. By the way, you missed the rim by 3 feet. Even the announcers couldn't help but throw shade. At one point, a commentator tried to soften the blow, saying, she did contribute in other ways, but Stephen A. immediately fired back. Other ways? Like what? Posing for the camera. Angel's performance was all motion with no meaning. She hustled like her career depended on it, but with no results to show for it. Her effort was undeniable, but her impact? Non-existent. Stephen A. also reminded viewers that this whole situation goes beyond basketball. I've been saying it from day one, he explained. People have resentment, not necessarily toward her, but toward what she represents. Before Angel Reese ever entered the league, there were plenty of talented black female players who dominated quietly without the same level of attention or hype. Now, Angel's brashness and fame have made her a lightning rod for debates about race, rivalry, and respect. The truth is, Angel used to walk into every arena like she owned it. Lashes flawless, nails sharp, confidence unmatched. But all that glamour means nothing when the scoreboard says otherwise. That 4-point game screamed one thing. I peaked in college. The Bayou Barbie image that once captivated fans is fading fast, replaced by the silence of unmet expectations. While Angel struggles to keep up appearances, Caitlin Clark keeps proving what true greatness looks like. Even on her off nights, she leads her team, orchestrates plays, and drains threes with defenders hanging all over her. She doesn't need to announce her greatness. Everyone already sees it. Angel had the perfect chance to shine while Caitlin was sidelined, and instead, she stumbled under her own hype. Then came the discussion that added another layer to the story. Before we go any further, Stephen A. said, let's talk about these allegations of racial animus being directed toward Angel Reese. The WNBA released a statement condemning racism, hate, and discrimination of any kind, stressing that such behavior has no place in the league or in society. We are aware of the allegations and are looking into the matter. The statement read. Stephen A. turned to his guest and asked, where do you think this comes from, and do you think it will ever stop? The conversation turned serious. But even then, the basketball reality couldn't be ignored. Because here's the truth, rebounding without scoring is like writing a book without words. It doesn't matter how many pages you fill if there's no story inside. Stephen A. joked that Angel was out there treating rebounds like collectibles. She's got them all, he said. Now what? He wasn't exaggerating. The numbers were brutal. She's been blocked 20 times while making just 21 shots. Even worse, she's 19 of 59 from inside 5 feet. That's not elite play. That's inefficient chaos. She should work housekeeping at hotels, one analyst joked. Because she sure knows how to turn it over quickly. And as if all that wasn't enough, the final rumor pushed Stephen A. over the edge. Reports started circulating that Angel Reese had compared herself to Michael Jordan,